Okay, now for some audio, some explanation. Oh my gosh, I am totally worn out. So there's things happening here. The one is, I got an 18-inch bar, and this saw is just amazing. I love it. It's a 268. Don't try this with anything less. Um, I bought this in 1996, and it's a plowing saw. You can see it's been through some war zones. And I've never had anything quite this difficult. Although I can say I've never done a pine, and that's a different animal. I did a 40-inch ash, and of course, all that straight grain. It was like you saw the time it took to saw, and you throw some wedges in, and pop, out it comes. So I had a few misalignments, and it's been a while since I've done this. So you do the best you can, but this is pretty radical. This is almost 2 inches back here, and I knew it was this big hump where this big cluster hump was, because there's limbs coming in, there's knots, and look at all that. We had to just actually rip the heart of that limb out. And then here's a tell. See all these concentric rings? It's maybe a little easier on the other side. So that's the very center of the tree. And so this tree, well, you can see the concentric rings. See the concentric rings when it starts to make a bullseye? That's the very center. That's the very heart of the tree. And so now the center of the tree, when it grew, it's doing this. It's not a straight rise, like a nice pine tree just growing straight up. It got just, leaning in one direction, or it bent, but it's just such a massive thing that it filled itself in. Yeah, and it's this knob. It's this big knob. Um, that's I knew it was in the center, and I can't stand in there, because as you see it, when it pops apart, it's like it would crush you. It would definitely break your legs. But I'm just wore out. I am slinging sledgehammer. I mean, here I did good. See how these two line up? My plane, that all came in pretty good, and that's usually how I do it. I got off here somewhere, and so you just got to rip all that wood. That's what brute force. This was a bad alignment in here, so we just had to tear an awful lot of wood. So we're done. I'm done for the day. And someone had left me a comment about turning the phone this way, that you get a better aspect, and I forgot on the last one, but I'm remembering now. So, moral of the story, I don't know, I should have practiced on a smaller log. I should have took, I don't know. And I may put a longer bar on. I've got a 20-inch bar that's a little bit old, and I've got a 24. But a 24 just acts so different than what I'm used to on the 18. I don't know. And even standing on it, it was my reference was off, because it was like it was so lopsided to the one side. It's like I'm used to. I mean, when you're standing on something round to try to eyeball a level, I don't know. It is what it is, but I can handle those. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to clean up some of this back. Um, but in order to even stand that up on the mill, I'm gonna do about a 5-inch, 6-inch cut here with the chainsaw. Snap a line, and then I'll just rip this end off, so I'll get this little kind of a wedge, but it'll sit on the sawmill here, and then this relative flat will sit against the squaring arms, and then I'll start here and just start slicing, and it'll just basically, you know, it's still going to make wide stuff. 18-inch. This guy's even bigger on this fat. And when we get into sawing all back in here, it's like there's, yeah, it's going to be some nice slabs. But anyway, it's done. It'll be the next project for sawing. I gotta quit getting my roof put on. I got 4 sheets put on the roof. So here what awaits me yet. Okay, bye.